Good day and very warm welcome to this meditation experience. Very happy that you've joined. I hope you're happy that you've joined. Today I'm exploring for myself something, and I thought we could explore together. And it has to do with kind of lighting a fire under oneself. So in our lives, we every day or over a long period of time, we have an objective. And if you're a student of Raj Yoga or of any self-development practice, your objective really is to emerge your highest potential in day-to-day life, to have a discipline, a practice, a path that's leading to that objective. Now, as with any good story, along the way, you're going to encounter resistance. And in this particular case, when it comes to self-development, all the resistance is inside. So, how to find another gear, how to override that resistance, how to honor the practice, the path, the objective becomes an art. And it requires a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of determination, a lot of focus, a lot of drive, a lot of what we call boot camp virtues. In essence, a lot of self-belief. So it's very worthwhile to take time just to water that fire of self-belief inside, which is basically sitting and really seeing the self. So let's take a moment alone together to really see the spot self and pour oil onto that fire of self-development. Sitting comfortably, and again, the invitation to experiment with the eyes open in a natural way. So this practice becomes something mobile, something I can integrate. I bring my mind with a lot of enthusiasm into the present moment, not thinking about other tasks or other interactions or situations, no distractions. I am committed for this moment to give myself my full attention. That alone is a declaration of self-honor. And because the focus in this moment is the self, my attention very naturally starts to withdraw inwards. I am aware that my true self, my real self, has nothing to do with the physical body. That's like an image, a costume. And of course, it's temporary, constantly changing. My real self, my true self, is separate from anything physical. It's not really about quantity, it's about quality. So starting to move into a very qualitative experience of myself. And that begins by remembering I am a soul, I am a living being. I'm not described in a physical way as a soul. I use spiritual language to describe the sound. I am eternal. I am so subtle, exquisite, a point of very gentle, subtle, non-violent energy. And as an eternal being, I have been traveling through time. I've seen a lot, done a lot, experienced a lot, until I arrived here, in this present body, with all that internal baggage acquired over time. Not quite sure of who I really am. Not even quite sure of all the baggage I have with me. But finding myself hungering for my original self, hungering for a very beautiful relationship with myself, having figured out that it's the quality of the relationship with myself that shapes the quality of my relationship with everything and everyone else. Quality of life. Wanting to reclaim that beautiful relationship with the self called self-respect, self-honor, self-worth. Hungering for that. And that means not being so affected by all the baggage, all the experiences I've accumulated over time. It means returning back to that deepest, original, pure experience of myself, like a factory reset. For that, I'll have to move through so many layers and labels that have accumulated inside to get back to the center, back to the original. No longer traveling through time, but traveling inward. That means becoming very quiet, very trusting, very simple, very concentrated, and very still. The mind not wandering here and there, affected by the baggage, but just focused on a single point, the very center of my own inner universe. I can even visualize myself. It's like a single, tiny, and beautiful star, sparkling in a completely ink black night. Me, the soul, completely free from all the effects of time. My original pure self that can only be described and experienced by qualities. Such an elevated, royal, majestic experience of myself. I am quite a wonderful being, I, the soul. Quite beautiful, not physical beauty, spiritual beauty within me, in my own nature, my original nature. There is so much that is precious and valuable, so much depth within me, deep peace, deep love, deep maturity, deep integrity, deep benevolence, and deep bliss. Qualities that can only be compared to an ocean, impossible to measure. Allowing myself to bathe in the experience of my real self, completely awash in the experience of my real self. The water of truth flooding through my inner world, cleaning away very gently, very patiently, the effects of time, the baggage, feeling light as the experience of my true nature floods through my inner world. If any question, any trace of doubt tries to emerge in the mind, and let the flood of truth melt that doubt in less than a second, not engaging, just the flood of the real self finishing any doubt. I know this will have to be a constant practice. I've accumulated a lot of baggage over time, constantly immersing myself in the water of deep self-realization, creating such a fire of self-belief. This is the only water that actually fuels fire, igniting such enthusiasm, determination, love, and honor in the self that nothing and no one can dampen. I might make mistakes. I might even feel that I'm going backwards. But that spark of self-belief is always there inside, waiting to be experienced. Let me have a daily practice of bathing in these waters of self-realization.